consciousness of the patient. Then you will say this is a young man, average build, lying comfortably in the bed. He looks well oriented. He is not attached to IV line or catheter. He doesn't have any specific features. If you see abdomen and chest is not in the part of this, but if you see very gross distension of abdomen, the abdomen is grossly distended. Okay, whatever the posture the patient is having, you will describe. Okay, maybe sometimes you need to move around the bed to see the urine bag, to see attachments. This is all. Then you will make vital signs. Okay, vital signs. I told you how to hold the semi-prone with these 3 fingers. Nothing like this. Not twisting yourself. Very easy. Keep the pulp of these 3 fingers as much lateral as possible. Look at your watch. Count for 30 seconds. And what are you assessing? You are assessing which points, Ibrahim? Tell me 6 points which you assess during pulse.
Characteristic.
Rate. Number 1 is the rate. 70%, 80%. Number 2, rhythm. Is it regular, irregular? If it is irregular, is it irregularly irregular or is it regularly irregular? Then volume. Is it a normal volume, high volume, low volume? Okay. Then character. For character, after you assess it's a high volume, you say, doctor, I want to check for some special characters. Like I want to check for water hammer pulse because I find a high volume pulse. How you will do that? Ask the patient. Any pain?
No.
Hold it from the forearm like this. Now you are going to feel something here. When the patient's hand is down, nothing. Then take it up. If you start to feel some strong pulsations here, like I'm feeling now with Muhammad, because he's very anxious, I will say he has a water hammer pulse. Okay? Otherwise, you will say, Dr. Main, I think it's a normal test. Sometime in aortic stenosis, you find a slow rising pulse. In aortic rigor, usually it's a high volume pulse. Okay? So from here, you will start to assess the valve. After the character, you will come to the condition of the vessel. Hold the artery by these 2 fingers and rotate the middle artery. Don't feel this tendon, feel the artery. Normally, nothing is parallel. So the vessel wall is not parallel. Then you do the coordination of pulses. Feel this end and this end at the same time. Usually, if a patient has been done some fistula formation or some jugular catheter is there, then you will find that one pulse is weaker than the other. Or you will give a differential diagnosis. But when I think the pulses are not coordinated. We also advise you to do radial and femoral at the same time. You can take permission of the exam. Doctor, shall I check the radiofemoral delay? Shall I check the radial and femoral? Okay? And then you must know the cause. This is all. These are the 6 points you need during the pulse examination. After pulse, the second pulse which you advise you is the carotid. This is the sternocleidomastoid muscle. This is the larynx. Between the two, you will insert your fingers. Okay, on one side only. And you will feel this is very important for the volume and for the current. Maybe you find the slow rising, maybe you find different type of pulses here. So 2 pulses are to be checked in the general physical examination. Not all, not going to all the pulses. After pulse, doctor, I want to check the blood pressure and the temperature. You will say no need, because this is not usually possible in our exam. Then respiratory rate. Keep the hand here, look at your watch and look at the chest of the patient. How many times it is moving in 1 minute. Just use 30 seconds, maybe 8 times, so 16 per minute. And then also you can comment at this time, the doctor I found his rate to be 30 per minute and I see that he's using the axillary muscles of breathing and he has some cyanosis and he's unable to lie down flat. And also I see intercostal recession, maybe in the chest. So I think he's in respiratory distress. Otherwise, sir, I don't see any signs of respiratory distress. His rate is 16 per minute. This is the vital signs. Okay, if you think the patient is very obese or very thin, sir, I want to do his body mass index. I want to check his height and weight. This is also vital sign. But we will not allow him. We will say, okay, this student is thinking. He's thinking about something. Okay?
It's about the oxygen saturation.
It's a part of vitals, but if you think he's breathless, he's in distress, you say, sir, I want to check, if possible, oxygen saturation. Okay. Then, after the vital signs, you will come to head to toe examination. Head to toe, starting from the head, there are a lot of signs and students know them, but I will not waste my time in these things. Basically, in the eyes, ask him to look down, and both sides together. Okay, there is no jaundice. Please look up. Look for pallor. Sir, there is no jaundice, no pallor. Then go to his oral cavity. Please open your mouth, elevate your tongue. What you want to assess? You want to assess for dehydration. You want to assess for cyanosis. You want to assess for pallor. You want to assess for jaundice, oral hygiene. This is all. Any bad specific smell coming from his mouth. After this, you come to the neck. In the neck, better to sit down. Let him to sit and ask him to elevate his neck. Looking for a midline swelling. If you see a midline swelling, you say, doctor, I see a midline swelling, I want to assess for thyroid. What you will do? Swallow. Please swallow. If the swelling moves up, there are two possibilities. Either thyroid gland or goiter or cyst. Please protrude your tongue. If it moves up, this is a cyst. Then you say, doctor, I see a swelling, so I want to do the palpation of thyroid. Go behind, push by one hand, feel by this. Push by one hand and feel by this. This is palpation. Sir, I want to do percussion. Sometimes goiter is not visible here. It goes behind the sternum. So you percuss the manubrium sternum. Sir, I found it's resolute. If you find dullness, you say, doctor, I want to do Pemberton sign. If you know it, please make your hand like this. You will see face become congested. Then if you see big swelling, sir, I want to auscultate for breathing. This is the right. Please lie down. In the exam, it is better not to make the patient sit down and lie down again and again. Okay. Then look for JVP. Little bit elevate the bed to 30 degrees. Okay. And then ask him to turn his face to the other side and look between. Now see, mashallah, his veins are full. You can see because he is flat. The volume of blood has gone up. You know there are two veins now. One is internal jugular, which is from the earlobe to the sternoclavicular joint, and one is from the earlobe to the middle of the clavicle. This one which you see here is external jugular vein. I think if you can see internal, it's much better. If you cannot, like patient has a beard or something, look for external. When he is 30 degrees, it will little bit come down. You will say, okay, sir, I saw the pulsations. I want to confirm this venous or arterial pulsation. Let me press his liver. Let me block the root of the neck. The pulsation will disappear. Okay. Let me feel it. It's not palpable. Let me ask. Take a deep inspiration. It goes down. This is all. This is the assessment of the. Yes. Okay. Then after this, you will measure the height of the JVP. If you see now Muhammad is in a bed position, I will feel the angle. No. You know the height of JVP will not change. This is maybe I told some groups. The height of JVP will not change with the position of the patient. The height will remain same. Yes. And if I make him like this now, height by scale. Yes. I will keep one scale here and one scale here. See where is the height now? Even it's going. See where I'm keeping the second pen. It's here.
It's just this.
Yeah. So the height is still 2 centimeters. If I make him up, it will go down and the height will remain the same. So by measurement, the height, the position is not important. But now when he's just lying down, it's here. You should recommend maybe it's elevated. But when you bring him 45 degree, it should reach to the sternoclavicular joint. So 45 degree is important because if he's at 45 degree and the JVP is high by looking, this means this JVP is elevated. No need to measure. If it's just at the sternoclavicular, this means he's normal. Normal human beings at 45 degree angle, the venous pulsations are just at the sternoclavicular. Okay? After JVP, the neck is finished. You can go now to the hands.
Lymph nodes.
I keep lymph nodes as well. I will let you know this. Now come to the hands of the patient. Please, maybe you bring the pillow, keep the 2 hands on the pillow. Please examine both sides at the same time. Okay? And look at the nails. You can come down. If the nails are convex, you will say, please make like this. Can you? Look for the Shenroth sign. If the nails are concave, you know this is qualonychia. You will say, usually you don't need to check all the nails. The nail changes start from index and thumb. Okay, if you examine the index and thumb and no changes there, mostly it's the other nails will be normal. But if you have time, check all the nails. Okay, and then you say, doctor, there is no clubbing, no qualonychia, no specific color changes, no splinter hemorrhages. Okay, then after this, you will look for the wasting of small muscles of the hand and then ask him to make his hands like this. What you will feel? For warmth and sweating. Okay, then you will look for various signs, pallor compared with your own palm. Dupuytren's contracture, palmar erythema, Janeway lesions, oscular nodes. So many things are there. After this, you will ask him, please make like this, Muhammad. You are looking for fine tremor, postural tremors. Then ask him to make like this. You are looking for flapping tremors. Okay. This is the examination of the hands. If you know more signs, it's good. If you don't know, at least cover these things. Then immediately come to the lower limbs. Please take permission of the patient. Press the, not here, not on the muscle, just between the bone and the skin, above the medial malleolus, not by the nails, by the pulp of the finger, for 10 to 15 seconds, using firm pressure, and look at the face of the patient. He's crying or not. Okay? Then after this, sir, I don't see any fitting edema. Okay. Otherwise, you can, if you see edema, you can go up to find out the extent of that. Where does it reach?
Both legs together.
Both. After this, you come to the dorsalis pedis. Keep your finger between the big toe and the other toe and come down until you reach to the pulse. It's more proximal. It's here. The artery comes like this and dips down. Here you will find nothing. It's here. This is about the head to toe exam. Then you will say, doctor, I want to examine the lymph nodes. Yes. No need. If you cannot feel the dorsalis pedis, then go to posterior. Then go to the pocket. Then go to the femur. This means there is a peripheral vascular disease. If you can feel it, this means everything is intact. Okay?
Normally it will be verbal.
Yes, it's here.
If I can't tolerate it, even though he's not diabetic. So
Here.
If you
he has
cannot, well,
an
sir, I
illness.
want to do it. I want to do the posterior tape. Okay? I want to do it. This is, I think we have finished now head to toe examination. We have finished 3 parts. We have described our patient, we have checked his vital signs, we have done a head to toe examination. Then I will say I will do the lymph nodes. Please sit down. Please turn your back to me. Okay? I will start the cervical lymph nodes. Not using the nails, again using the palm. Okay? I will go like this, checking the different lymph nodes. You know the groups, occipital, up till here. Then I will check the in front of sternocleidomastoid superficial. In the posterior triangle there are some superficial. Then I will go deep little bit. I will check the deep cervical. Where is your lymph node? Last time there was Muhammad.
Yeah.
Where is your lymph node?
Result.
Result, alhamdulillah. And this is the left supraclavicular, right supraclavicular. You can ask the patient to shrug his shoulder, turn his face to one side, relax him, and do. Lie down. Then, axillary. For axillary, you will hold the elbow of the patient and put your hand inside his axilla. Where you are going now? Medial. Lateral. Posterior. Between this fold and your hand. Then anterior fold like this. Anterior. Then go up. Other side. Again, hold your elbow by your left hand and enter. Which one is this?
Medial.
Lateral.
Lateral.
Anterior. Posterior.
Apart.
Then this one. Epitrochlear. This is his right hand. I will use my right hand. I will hold his elbow and just above the medial epicondyle of the humerus, I will go here. I will feel the epitrochlear. Lymph nodes, I already told you, they can be palpable but not enlarged. Enlarged means 1 centimeter or more. Okay? And when it is more than 1 area, like this cervical area, and there is axillary area, this will become generalized lymph node. Okay? Then also, we need to do the inguinal. There is one horizontal chain, there is one vertical chain. Horizontal chain just below the inguinal ligament. Make a line between anterior superior cardiac spine and the pubic symphysis, and just below this feel the lymph nodes. And one along the femoral artery. Khalas, this is lymph node.
Should do the inquiry on the exam or should you mention
Take
it?
permission. Take permission. So can I do? If there is something, we will say okay. If there is nothing, we will say no. Sometimes we give you the findings. If somebody is very slow, we tell him, look at the void. Okay? Okay.
The patient cannot sit. How can I examine the lymph nodes during sitting?
Sorry?
The patient cannot sit.
In the lying position. In the lying position. See, if the patient is sometimes comatose, so what you will do? Try to do what you can. Okay, you can say, sir, the better position is like thyroid. So the better position is the sitting position, but I know this patient, he cannot sit down, so I will examine this. Always show your knowledge in the exam. Okay? Now, this is my method, which I find comfortable for the students. They will not miss any point. But if I saw some students, they start from the hands. No problem. They examine one hand, they come to the pulse, they come to the blood pressure, they come to the neck, do everything, come to the face, they check they go to the other hand, they come down to the lower limbs, they cover everything, lymph nodes, it's okay. As long as you cover everything. But if you miss some region and your method is not good, for example, you didn't do lymph nodes and it's a case of lymphoma, what's the benefit? Or you miss it completely. So it's up to you. Which you practice more, do it. But from 3rd year, I have told you I have divided into 4 parts. Don't think Dr. Moin is here, so I will do by his method. No, do your method as comfortable you are. Clear? This is general. Any problems? I think very easy, and I have found the students good in this examination during the website. Yes, sir.
This thyroid need complete thyroid examination?
I think only inspection and palpation, maximum. Okay, because if you suspect something, then you will see.
It is enlargement, I have to.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Or you can say, sir, the third examination includes all the 4 steps, but if you allow me, I will do it. Definitely the teacher will say, no, class, do the inspection. If it's nothing in the thyroid. Yes.
Can be examined the cardiovascular related to symptoms with the hyperthyroidism.
For example, you finish this, this is the difference between the good and the bad. If you finish all your examination in 4 minutes and you suspect that he has thyroid, you will say, sir, now I will go for his thyroid status. You say, no problem, you have time. Go for his thyroid status. What you will do? Sir, I will check the pulse. I want to look for tachycardia, for arrhythmia. Sir, I want to check high volume pulse. I want to examine his eyes. Okay, I want to examine even for chest auscultation, maybe there is a hemic murmur. Whatever you think the signs of hyperthyroidism, you can say this. Sir, you think hypo? Sir, I want to examine his shins for pretibial mixed edema. But it all depends on the student. How much quickly he finishes. Then all the time is yours. You can do. Okay, this is we differentiate. This is, you will say why he take 10 and why he take 8 because of this. Yes.
Is it important to look ahead?
I said to you, there are so many things, but don't waste your time in those things. Like you're wasting time in hairs and he has nothing in his hairs, and you forget the pallor and the jaundice. What's the benefit? So cover the important things. And if you are confident of yourself, Rakan, that I can do everything, then go for small things. Mention the I don't see Kessler Fletcher ring. When you say this thing, khalas, you will get. What is Kessler Fletcher? Which disease you have? So if you are sure that I can defend myself, go to the difficult things. There are hundreds of signs in the world, but we give you only 8 minutes. If you waste your time only in the face, giving me 50 points in the face, what about the legs? You miss the edema. Understand? So this is my advice generally for the students. Follow this basic pattern. And if you are very good, you are sure of yourself, go for difficult things. In general physical, you may find a patient with facial palsy. Understand this one? So where the exam will go now? Towards you. You may find a patient with a squint. So this means third nerve become important. Third, fourth and sixth. So general is the most difficult, I see. Because you may find anything. You may find rheumatoid changes. When you are there, oh, khalas, it's the rheumatology station. You will see swan neck deformity, you will see the this one buttonhole deformity, you will see Z deformity. Khalas. This means your exam is now going towards rheumatology, although it's a general exam. You may find high volume pulse. Khalas, the exam will go to, you will say, Dr. They examined me in general physical about aortic regurgitation and also in the cardiac. No, this is your luck. You got this case, high volume. So general physical can go to any system. Don't say after the exam, oh, in the general physical, he was asking me cardiology. It's possible. Okay. So general physical, according to me, is the most difficult because it covers every system. Maybe you find patient cannot raise his left hand, he has a hemiplegia. So you have to say this. Okay. This is general physical. Yes.
If I enter with general physical and find a sign of like rheumatology, leave a general and complete rheumatology, or just say the sign and complete.
Which sign?
Rheumatology and other
Yes.
signs.
You have to say, sir, I
Let's say
found
it's
this.
not to do the rheumatology examination.
You mean, should I shift the station to rheumatology examination or keep it as a general then?
Again, it depends. If you find good rheumatological changes, you sir, I found this thing, thorough general physical examination, and I want to do a complete examination of his hand rheumatology. Maybe you will say, no, stop and just give us this. What could be the cause of this one deformity? So it will go there. How you will investigate, how you will further. Maybe you find facial palsy, maybe you find cranial nerve. So face examination can be anything. Maybe you find moon-like face. So then you will say, sir, I want to see his abdomen for stria. I want to see fulla, I want to see fulla. Maybe you think he is jaundiced and he is looking ascites, sir, I want to examine for gynecomastia, I want to examine for spider lever. Everything is depending on your knowledge. You will take us to the somewhere. Okay? Clear? So it's very easy to do and also sometimes it becomes complicated. Sometimes it becomes complicated. Now I will come to the abdomen.